him, but like from what I've seen and what I've heard, I'm hearing that Panther's not doing too well right now. So I think him going from middle of A to somewhere in B is pretty fair because he's not terrible, but he definitely got a lot of value taken away from him from this update.
All right, moving on.
Widow,
Lock with C tier.
honestly, if I'm being so for real, I would say
C tier. She's not
if
all
if
good.
C tier, if
She's
her buffs were really good, her buffs were really
yeah now,
good. So
but
I'd say
before the buffs,
he
she can do a
if I
lot.
had to give you, if I had to give you a before and after, she for sure went from somewhere in D tier to like the top of C. Like I'd say, out of all the C tier characters, if you just have to play her right now, like you just have to play her correctly. Like I've seen some videos and some footage of people playing her with some unorthodox styles. Like there's some people who are literally running up to people with her batons out, full sprinting to them, right? Or they'll flank with the batons out. They'll hit the whack, they'll hit the kick, they'll reel them back in because that counts as a CC as in their stun, and then they go for a no scope, and then it just insta kills, and they just leave. You know what I'm saying? That whole combo is true, and by true I mean you literally cannot react. You're gonna if you don't see her coming, she's gonna punch you, and as soon as you notice you got punched, she's gonna land the kick and then the hook, and then you cannot move, and then you get sniped in the head and you just die. So I think she's if you play her right, it takes her a lot of skill. But other than that,
Yeah.
I still think she's kind of C tier. So
Okay. Now Hulk.
yeah. Hulk is definitely, I'd say,
I'd
like
say like
bottom of
maybe
B.
high,
He's like,
not maybe a high B tier, high B tier.
nah.
Before
I'd
Panther.
have to. I'd argue he's still below Panther because Panther can still get more value than Hulk, but Hulk is really good. Hulk was hard underrated, and I'd
Didn't they
say
nerf his
in
damage,
the
his health bar from 250 to 200?
nah, no, they nerfed his bubble. Yeah, this bubble from 250 to 200, and I think he's still okay. He's not bad. I just think that in the lower ranks, because it really depends on when we're doing this tier list. If you're doing an all general tier list, like with the entire roster, then I'd say B is fair. But if you're doing it in ranked and you're past diamond, then I'd say he's higher. Because of course no Hella, no Hawkeye, because they get banned a lot. But in the lower ranks where you have Hella, you have Hawkeye, you have higher damage dealers, he kind of just gets melted, you know what I'm saying? Like any tank that doesn't really have like a shield mechanic that's good just gets shredded. So the Iron Man team up is really what's putting him up here. Like if the Iron Man team up and the Strange team up is what's putting him so high. If he didn't have that, he'd be like top of C, like right above Widow slightly. But I don't know. Personally, I don't play enough Hulk or Hulk at all really to give a better opinion. I'm just going off what others are saying, what I'm seeing. And I don't know, I've never queued into ranked and had a problem with Hulk, you know? The main thing I see is if there's Hulk, the real issue isn't the Hulk, it's the Iron Man that's behind him getting the 25% damage boost. And as a Spider-Man main, that's not even a problem for me. As soon as I counter swap to Spidey, it shuts that whole thing down. So me personally, in my opinion, Hulk isn't really a problem. So
All right, we heard it, folks.
Captain America, I'd
I say
say
high, A, low, well, yeah, definitely,
A
yeah, A.
might be a little
His movement buff
generous.
is crazy now,
Might be a little bit generous. I don't know. I still think he's below Hulk. I don't really
but
know. I think
his
it takes his damage is just so ass.
yeah,
Like
but he
he's
can
just not
defend though.
strong.
His defense takes up for the damage
Like,
loss.
kid you not, if the entire team just looks at him, he dies. Like, he's not that crazy of a character. Plus, I still find it weird why he has a cooldown when he raises his shield again, and Strange doesn't. Like, Strange can put his shield away and pull it back out as much as he wants with no cooldown, but Cap still has the cooldown, which makes no sense to me.
It's
And I
his
think
shield's
really,
OP.
it's not even OP. It's weaker than Strange's,
How
and I
all right?
argue
Let's
it's
put how much? What Strange can block 750, right?
Strange has like
Seven.
800 on his
It's
shield.
800 now.
Somewhere like I think it's always been
I
like
think I
800.
thought it was 750.
I couldn't. No, I think it's like 600. I don't know. Either way, it's more than Caps. Caps is only 400. So, but Caps has the added benefit that you cannot punch through it and it can deflect like projectiles, which it's only really good in the case of like Iron Man, like where you're reflecting. Which I'll admit, Iron Man is really strong in higher ranks. So I'd say that's good, but like a good Iron Man is not gonna just pop an ult and a Cap being there. You know what I'm saying? A good Iron Man would probably pop an ult in a way to where Cap can't block it. So yeah, I'd say
Oh,
Cap is below Hulk. I'd say Cap just gets less value. It takes so much skill. He's B tier. I'll give him that because when a good Cap, I've seen good Cap footage. He can work, and I did see Flats go all the way to Grandmaster from playing only Cap, so he is viable. But like, I don't know, bro. He's
I said,
just
cause I
out of
heard
all
that
the
Not.
from
tanks, I
some
still think
people
he's
on
the
here.
worst. I
I
still think
heard
he's
that
the
shit
worst
from
tank.
you,
So he was just
and I
overhyped.
heard that shit from that Italian bitch.
Oh,
And she
I
ain't never
wouldn't say
played him.
overhyped. I would just say like
Like these
he's
folk
just
got a
He's
lot of
just
heat.
not
there.
Nigga,
good.
nigga, I know people be
He's
saying
just
this shit.
not good.
Boy, tell
I
me the
mean,
baddest thing.
like he doesn't do anything better than anybody else. I think that's his problem. So he doesn't defend better. He's not better at like causing chaos. You know, I think Venom is better at that. I mean, he's not even better at stopping ults. I'd give that to Magneto and
Iron Fist
Doctor Strange. What?
is
I meant
joking.
tanks. I meant for
Bro, I don't
tanks.
see
It's a
But
no
like,
joke.
yeah,
nigga, bro.
he's
No
just
nigga.
nah. All right, but next, Cloak and Dagger.
I'll
What
say,
would you put?
okay, hear me out.
If
While
you're gonna
it is
glaze the
true,
algorithm because they're insane,
while it is true, she has tracing auto heals. Doesn't mean she's not super vulnerable. She starts with 200 health. Was
I'd
250.
say I'd say after the buff,
But even after the
she
buff, the heal damage is still the same, regardless.
I I think she might be top of A above Adam. Like, well,
She talking about some nigga
I mean, you got
Adam. Why people
the
saying I
switch
did it?
well,
does
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Ain't shit
switch
like
timer
that.
does help
What you
now. Like
talking
we
about?
have a lower
I would
timer.
say
I say
I
your
would say
nigga
yes, she's
Mario. She
above
said not
Adam because a
Mario. I don't
skilled
talk to
cloak
that
and
nigga. I
dagger
don't
player
give
will be
I
dodging
don't give a fuck
ultimates.
about no
She'll
nigga,
be
bro.
super hard to kill because she'll be switching to cloak and blinding, switching to cloak and getting away from dives, switching to
Switch and
cloak
cloak
and putting
do
damage out on dives. Putting out good healing. When she's inside of her bubble, she's basically immortal, so it kind of stops dives. Like I literally would dive for a Spider-Man. She'll pop the bubble and I just can't do anything. So she's just really good.
Yeah, we did prove that
Um,
in the training matches. She can just
it's
pop
just
that
yeah,
bubble.
just gets immortality, and then her
Plus,
ult getting the
plus,
buff
if
is
you
crazy.
if you pop ult and put a bubble on the ult, the team might not actually die.
I mean, at this
I
point,
actually experienced this.
you have 4 stacks of the ult now, which I think is really strong. You can
I
literally
mean,
cover an entire choke
Come
with
on.
that.
unless
So I
you're
think she's
Thor and you can charge me out of there,
yeah, you would
there's
literally
no
need to
point
one
of
shot
trying to
her at
kill
this
me.
point. Yeah.
Like,
All
it's
right.
real
Next,
weird,
Doctor
bro.
Strange.
I
I
told
think this
you,
is
bro.
kind of
You
obvious
talking
where
about
he
some I
goes.
never said that you was
Yup,
better than
that's
me.
tier.
Yup. That's
And she
obvious.
talking
He's
about
the
some
best
Groot,
tank in the
okay,
game.
okay.
shit. She talking
Groot
Madison and
hasn't
being
really
weird. Like, bitch,
changed.
come on, get your
I think
funny
Groot should be
ass.
He's
like high A tier,
You told
that's a
Madison
little
some
but a
generous.
shit.
little
I'd
bit,
put him.
well, maybe
Yeah, understood.
between these two.
I'd say nah. He's not better than Adam. I'd say top of B or bottom of A because I think he does get more value than Panther. Like Panther takes so much skill just to get like a little bit of value, but I think like
But a good Groot main
Groot is
has a
just so
great
underrated.
defense.
Like Groot is really, really strong. Like people underrated him like they underrated Loki and they underrated Hulk. I personally, when I've seen like Groot is pretty good. It's the
But
same thing as people underrating Rocket too. Like people underrate Rocket, but if you
Groot
team up
is like
Rocket and Groot,
he's like one of those
huh?
tanks where even without his healer, he can last
Like you have to
a
understand,
hot
like
minute.
hear me out. Rocket after the buff is really good because his healing is stronger, and then if you pair up Rocket and Groot, now you have a Rocket who not only was already hard to kill because of the 2 dashes, but he now can instantly dash to Groot, and he's just really hard to dive. So now you have a healer who's hard to dive and has a small hitbox. Hold on.
Cancelled.
But yeah, now you have a strategist who's hard to hit, can revive allies, and has 3 dashes to escape dives. And
Get
his
your
one of
ass
his
on.
dashes will
What the
make him
fuck?
appear on the back of a tank. So it's basically almost impossible to kill a good rocket. And then he can run on the walls too, like he can scurry around everywhere. And again, his healing is not that bad. Like people will say his healing is terrible, but with the fact that he just cannot die or will not die, and then gets a full free revive every 45 seconds, I think that's busted. Now, of course, him not having a support ult is what kind of throws him into the gutter. But again, say all that to say, Rocket being this good, at least in my opinion, makes Groot really good. And then if you pair, of course, Rocket and Groot, then you can have Punisher on the team who's always been really good. It's just like the possibilities with Groot are super strong. Plus, again, you have Groot walling off healers, like the basic strategy of Groot, which is just walling people off. It's so strong. It stops dives, it stops magic, it stops a lot of people.
What she
Of
said,
course,
this
magic
nigga
if she
ugly
has
and
the
he
team up
loves to
synergy with Psylocke, that she can escape that. But that's just so
like
situational.
your friends,
Most
your
times out of
friends.
10,
It's
you have
like
people who ego push, like you have Thors who ego push, Hulks who ego
it's
push,
like one thing.
Panthers who overextend, all that sort of stuff. And then one Groot wall just gets them cooked. I mean, like it's just so good. So yeah, I would definitely say bottom of A. I think he's like in a very balanced position. He's not too strong, not too weak. Um, yeah, I think that's where I'd put him somewhere
All
in the
right.
B.
Now
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
or
I
A.
think we need to know. I think we know where this goes.
I think
Right
Hawkeye
here.
is
Right here.
wow.
He belongs
I
right
think
here.
I
Even after
truly
the
think
nerf. Okay,
I think
if
Hawkeye is,
we're being really logical, I put him behind Captain
She talking
America.
about some. I
if
don't
I'm
know.
being
It said
honest,
you give a
no,
shot,
no,
but I don't
he's
give a
higher.
damn.
Like,
I
hear
said
me
you
out,
can
right?
Okay.
get mad
There's
now.
I would
two
love to hear
there's
this out.
Bitch, you got me
listen,
fucked
there's
up.
two spots where he goes in my mind right
Talking
now.
about I'm
He
harassing
either,
you,
if you're
bro.
not including ranked that has
You are
bans, then he's S
tripping.
tier because he is just still he's still broken. Any character that can one shot that easily has essentially two get off me tools. Has a move to take out flyers. He's really strong. He can
Nah,
really
I
pour
don't
out
believe
AoE
you,
damage,
bro.
and his ultimate is just fucking
Nah, I don't
atrocious,
believe
bro.
you.
Like that stops Spider Man. That can stop Panther. Like he can. He's one of the only people who can truly stop Panther and Spider Man, even if they're moving at full speed. If he just pops ult. So I just think he gets so much value with such little skill required that he's definitely S tier by default. But when you get into ranked, I'd say he
Talking
gets
about this
banned so
3 hours
often
worth of
that
video.
like it drops him to like an A. But I think just for the sake of this tier list, since we're not really worried too much about ranked at the moment, I'd put him in S. Definitely below Strange,
S.
not above.
I think a high A.
Yeah.
Solid.
No, no. I'd say he's top three
Even after the
duelist.
nerf.
Yes, the nerf didn't do anything. He could still headshot. It just nerfed his range, but it's not even that crazy. And they inadvertently did buff his passive because instead of falling off to 43, it falls off to 50. So I mean, I don't know why they did that, but um, so I still think he's really strong. The nerf again didn't really do much. They took what 5% damage off. They nerfed some of his range, but
She talking
if
about some
that man pops
harassing me.
ult and is 5 states away from you, he can still headshot one shot you, bro. I literally remember my Mantis on my team ulted. She got one shot out of her ult. I remember I was in the far back line at the beginning of the game on Tokyo
She
2099
said
or
you
whatever,
always just take
and
it
I got
back
one
on me
shot.
and then
That
you
arrow
get
literally
mad.
passed through our entire team, went through
Nah,
all of them, and
fast.
hit me all the way in the back. I was peeking the corner. I was playing around the
Hacker.
corner,
I'm good.
still headshotted, bro.
But he's
And
like,
I was free. He didn't even have line of sight on me, bro. I think he was aiming for the Groot. The Groot just happened to step out the way, and the arrow just accidentally headshot me. Any character who can just accidentally one shot a healer in the back line, I don't care what your excuse is, that is an S tier. Like, especially because again, he's dive proof with the sword, because the sword sends
Bruh.
so far, bro. Like,
Am I what
like
you
not
gonna
to
call
self
me?
promote, but watch my Venom video, bro. Look at that Hawkeye. He literally whips out that sword. It sends me 15 feet back,
You
bro.
said
It just
what?
disrupts my whole play. Like it's crazy. I even commented on it. I was like, dude, I swear I didn't send that
I
sword
just wanna
before.
get this shit
It's
cleared
insane.
out tonight.
And again,
Like,
the sword has hit
I'm glad
stun,
you
I
told me
think.
that shit.
So that sets up for a headshot. And if you're a
I'm
duelist
finna
like
like, I was like,
Panther
imagine
or
like anybody
Spider-Man,
got
you
her
just
best shit. I
die.
really
Like if
want
he
to go
lands
in
that
there and
sword
really
most
start
times.
arguing with her about
So
this shit. But it's just,
no more yapping though. He's definitely S tier.
it's just,
Next is Hella.
don't
yeah.
What do you
start that
think?
shit.
A
Please don't
tier.
start that. I do
Solid.
not like it.
I mean, honestly, I
Not
think since we're
S.
not
That
gonna
shit, the
listen,
venom shit.
listen. I
I'm
think
like,
since we're
I'm
not gonna have
serious.
that many S tiers, I think she would also go in S personally.
It's just the old though. Her snipe.
I think
Okay,
her
her
damage,
sniping did get nerfed.
Especially over the
I agree.
her damage did get
But
a
her
nerf, but
damage didn't. Damage didn't. It's just the range.
her
I don't rock
no,
with
her
those.
damage did. Her rate of fire, her range, her versatility is just so good. And plus,
You
like,
get everything you possibly can
I
do
don't
and
know.
you
It's just
still
like
trying to
she's
fuck
just will
around.
always be strong. Like she's a hit scan, and she can still double headshot. I think
I
so. Like
mean,
she's
you
really
know,
strong no matter what.
American people never
And
like
simply
I got
put,
friends that
right,
be like,
if there were more
everybody
strong
do this
characters
shit
on
and
her
they be like,
level, she would definitely be lower
bitch, you been
because
so good.
again, she wouldn't be S tier. But again, there's not that many strong characters in the game that are like busted. So like I can't
Bucky.
really take her down, huh?
Bucky.
Bucky is not busted. He is a solid like bottom of A tier, bro.
Wait,
But
that ult.
moving forward, A tier is gonna be like bloated, bro. Like we're gonna have to move
All
some
right,
things
wrong.
around
Iron
in a minute.
Fist. I got this. I got this. Hold on.
Iron
Hold on.
Fist,
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I got this.
you're gonna make Iron Fist's
Speaking of
own
that,
tier at the
bro, my
bottom.
other
Yep.
homeboy, bro, his
Hold on.
fucking,
Hold on.
his
Let
fucking
me
old
change the
and shit
color.
I
been
mean, Iron
lagging me
Fist,
real bad,
Hold
bro.
he
on. Not done.
takes
Not
like
done. Not done. Not done. How did she get down
I
proceed
here?
was texting her on
Where
some
we have her
trolling
at?
shit, cause me and my homeboy
D
was trolling
tier
her on some
or
shit. She
C
was
C.
like,
She was in C.
and then she stopped texting
They,
me, and then
This
she
is me.
oh,
started
it
texting
Actually
her another
swapped.
time. And I said, I feel like this is set up.
wasting
I
time.
feel like this
No,
is
no,
set
no.
up.
Trust.
Ever
Trust.
since this nigga, she been adding me to close friends, liking my stories, and then perfectly sending me her stories. Now she talking about, so is you gonna tell me?
Perfect.
Yeah, he can go to hell,
Perfect.
but if I'm being honest, once you get
Perfect.
past, like, hear me out. Once you get past like bronze one, he's not really a problem
He's
anymore.
not a
It's
problem no
because it's
more.
like this. Once the strategists finally know how to land their CCs, you know what I'm saying? And once the everybody else, because the strategists are the main problem, right? If they can't hit their CCs, they just die too fast. But once the strategists learn how to hit their CCs, and once the team knows how to, turn the fuck around, he just dies. Like, there's three steps. There is the three-step equation to beating Iron Fist. One, your healers need to not only land, but combine their CCs. If he gets hit with Mantis Sleep and then Luna Freeze, he just dies. Like, it's not even a challenge. Because if that happens to, like, anybody, well, if that happens to anybody, they die. But Spider-Man is too fast. It's just not a question of hitting Spider-Man with those. You just have to, like, either hope he fucks up something or, like, you just hit him on his way. You know what I'm saying? Panther, you're not hitting him with CCs. Unless maybe Mantis Sleep, but you're really not. You just have to pray he just fucks up the combo, I guess. Um, Venom, he can eat both CCs, but if you just mistime it even a little bit, he just goes up to 1,000 HP, and you just have to wait for him to leave at that point, or he kills you. There's no in between. But Iron Fist, it's really as simple as A, time the CCs. B, even if he parries them, y'all just damage him, right? Or just like try to run or something.
You can
And
start
C,
deflecting.
everybody just needs to stop, turn around, and just light him the fuck up. Because if he doesn't have his spin kick to get away, or he doesn't have his parry ready, he dies. And even better is if you go to secret step 4 and everybody, they use their brains and don't mag dump his parry, then he even worse dies because he's gonna throw up that parry. He's gonna have his arms up like a toddler, and then he's gonna put his arms back down and start rapid punching, but get no shield, and he's just gonna die. So, because I mean that's happened to me in quick play, bro, when playing Iron Fist. Like I've literally gone up to somebody, punched, thrown up my parry, and they just stop and make me look stupid, and then just immediately kill me. So if they're doing it in quick play, they're gonna be doing it anywhere past bronze. So say all that to say, he's like, well, I'd say the
B
only reason
tier.
he's not like the only reason he's not like D tier or like bottom of C is because of the Luna team up. The Luna team up is probably the best team up a healer. No, I'd say the Mantis Revive is better, but I'd say that's one of the best team ups in the game, simply because it gives her a second defense option. And if she combos that with the freeze, it's almost a guaranteed hit on the freeze. It's so good. Like even if the Iron Fist is bad, like just having the get off me tool makes Luna so much better. And him giving her that makes him inadvertently better because that makes you want to run him just to give her that, in my opinion. So and plus it heals too. So even if like it doesn't, even if like even well, I'm not gonna really explain it. It's just the fact that it heals and
We're
it
just gonna
knocks
leave him
back.
at that. Moving on.
I'd say he's top of
He's
C.
top
He's
of
top of C.
C, but we're gonna leave him
Yeah, he's
right.
better
We're
than
gonna leave
whatever.
him right there, though.
No, no,
I think
just
we
go
should
put
leave
him
him.
in
We should leave him right there, special place just for him.
whatever, bro.
I'm
I
being
don't really care.
generous.
He's better than Widow, but he's
Okay,
like worse.
Iron Man.
Iron
He's
Man,
still
he's
balanced. He's
top of A.
okay.
He's top of
You put
he's
him
top
right
of A.
there.
That's
Quick.
that's not a conversation.
All right. Now,
Um,
yup, right there. Perfect.
uh, Jeff
Perfect.
probably. I think Jeff goes in C tier too, but I
Let's
think he
be
goes
honest.
like.
Nobody likes this little bitty shark, bruh.
I honestly think a good
C
Jeff
C.
is better than Iron
That's
Fist. I'd say he goes top of C. I'd say Shark goes top of C.
Loki.
Yeah, this is
Okay. There are the good
yeah.
Lokis and there are the bad Lokis.
Honestly, I still think Loki just takes too much skill, and even still, he's just not that
But a good
crazy.
Loki can really carry the team without being
He
support.
can. Uh, uh, he's not going in B. It's all
It's
dependent
like
on
high
when he goes.
C, high C.
I'm wondering if he's better than Jeff or not. I think he is. His ult versatility makes him better simply because, again, he can do
Copy.
a defensive ult, he can do an offensive ult, he can do whatever ult the team needs. And I think that just upgrades his value. And plus, I think the better the player is with every character on the roster, the better Loki is. Because you know how crazy it would be for me to be playing Loki, see a Spider-Man, right? Switch with Spider-Man, become Spider-Man, and just fucking frag out for 14 seconds and then pop ult. Like that'd be nasty. Like seeing the healer go from healer to immediately start dicking with Iron Man. I'm sorry, Spider-Man. It's insane. Like that you can do that. Like if you're just skilled with the whole roster, It's like Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat. As soon as you learn all the characters, you play Shang Tsung or Shang, whatever the fuck his name is,
Shang-Chi.
and then you just dominate. Like it'd be nasty to switch to your opponent's character and just start diffing them on their own character. It's the same thing here. So, I think his skill ceiling is very high, but by default he's like top of C. I'd say he's better than Jeff. So even after the buffs. And plus, Jeff's ult got a nerf, so like the whole thing that made people even hate Jeff got nerfed. So like it's not as crazy. Um, Spoiler alert: Luna is S tier,
Yeah, we ain't gotta explain that. Like, put it
and
right
she's above
here.
Hella. She's above Hella. She's above Hella for
Moving
sure.
on, Magic.
Uh,
Okay,
maybe-
we need to discuss this.
if I'm being honest, she might be above Hawkeye.
That's kind of pushing it a little
No,
bit.
I think she is. I think she is. I really
Hawkeye
think
can really
she is.
one shot her.
It doesn't.
Like you said,
I
from
don't
back
care
row.
about how they're fighting. I'm talking about team value. I'm talking about team value, and I just think her value, a good Luna, her value is too high. Like she's just so strong. Her ult literally stops the game for 12 seconds unless an Iron Man one shots her or something one shots her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just too much value. So like her ult literally, there's no there. She's one of the only characters with an ult that completely stops the game for like a good 12 seconds. You know, like it's insane. And I think she has probably the best but hardest to land. Well, no, I think Mantis's CC is better, but I mean Luna Freeze is really good too. So plus Luna's damage is good. Her healing, she's got the best healing output in the game. Again, her ult is just nasty. Gets way more value because again, you can fuck up a Hawkeye ult. You can fuck up a Hella ult. Like you can just have a Strange go up and block you. You can instant die on Hawkeye, but when you pop Luna ult, it doesn't matter how you pop it. The game has to stop for 12 seconds. There's almost no way to fuck up a Luna ult, bro. There's almost no way. The only way you lose the Luna ult is if you get Iron Man ulted or something else happens, like a Magneto ult one shots you. But even still, you can move around and try to like juke the ult, so you still have a way to fight back. Like with Hella, if Strange decides to fly up in your face and block your ult, you're fucked. You can't do anything. And Hawkeye, if you pop ult and a Spider-Man decides to just steal your lunch money, you just can't do anything about that, bro. I mean, if you outskill him, maybe. But if he gets on you and he kills you too fast, that ult is gone. But Luna, those 12 seconds are secured. Even after the nerf, it's still strong. But no more yapping. Magic.
Okay, this is like the realest topic we need to talk about. A good Magic can really push a team.
Top of B. Top of B. I wouldn't put her A tier because I mean I've seen crazy magics, but the thing is it's the funny thing. It's the funny question as to why you all magic clips end after one kill. Yeah, it's because she uses like half of her entire kit for one fucking kill.
It does
right?
take an entire
Her
kit to get one
entire
kill.
kit. Literally, it is one kill. And like any bit of healing, of course, well, her combo is so fast that you might not be able to heal out of it. But any sort of healing and you live. And granted, this combo does kill 300 targets. It can, I think, kill up to 350 if you add like everything. Like if you do the portal into the spin slash, into the dash up, into the melee, the slash, into the right click. I think you can even like add another swing. I think that does up to like 350. I don't know. I could be wrong. But the fact that you can one shot and it's a true one shot for 250, 275, and 300, I think that's strong. But again, it's just like her value. It's really hard to land that one shot consistently because again, once you get to higher ranks, people are gonna be watching for you. You know, so that's why I say B. That's why I say B. A good Magic in the higher ranks can definitely pop off. I'm not saying she's bad, and I think she does currently have the highest win rate in the game for ranked. But yeah, I just think other characters just do it better. Like Iron Man who knows how to position well is just melting the entire team. Like you have to counter swap Iron Man, especially with the Hulk team up. Hawkeye again just one shots or two shots. Hella, it's just so easy, just one shot, two shot. So you see what I'm saying here? They don't need one shot combos. They just left click and you die. Iron Man left click or hold right click, you die. Like it's just too much. It's just so easy. So
Enough of that.
they get the same amount of value or more for less effort. And
Magneto.
it's Magneto.
S tier.
Magneto tier. It's
Put him
undoubtedly.
above Hella.
Now, Baroness here is a good.
That's a W lag. W lag.
Than Hawkeye.
You're lagging, buddy.
He's probably Hawkeye in my opinion.
So he's better than Hawkeye.
He's for sure better than Hawkeye.
I bet. No more than we said. Mantis
What?
S.
Yeah,
Uh,
better than Hawkeye, but not better than Luna. Simply, yeah, Mantis can go S tier. Mantis better than both of them,
Moon Knight.
but not better than Magneto in my opinion.
I
Cause
think.
she's like a slow down. She's not. She's like an off healer in my opinion. You know, she has good healing, but she's more kind of damage focused. Her whole kit revolves around headshots. So what Mr. Fantastic is like an off DPS where he's like a tank and a DPS. You have what's it called? Off DPS. You have Thor, who's kind of like an off tank. You know, he's a tank but also does good damage. You know, and I'd say Mantis is the game's off healer. You know, she's a DPS and does healing. You know, so she's pretty strong. Um, but I think first of all, of course, Luna's heals are better, and Luna keeps up in damage as well. Her CC is really strong, but she did receive a nerf to her speed, like her movement, so she's not as good. I'd say she'd be better than Magneto before the nerf, but after the nerf, I think she just barely gets edged out because Magneto's buff is really good. He got a buff to the sword, and the sword is of course like the best thing in his kit. And the buff to the sword plus the buff to Witch, making Witch a little bit more viable, means that I think now at least before Grandmaster, all the way up to Diamond, I think it might be now worth it to play Witch just to get the sword. Because again, how strong Magneto is. And Magneto, even if he dies, he can use the bubble he can save himself with his own block and then use the bubble to save a healer. Or he can literally he's so good stops dives. All he has to do is turn around and bubble somebody and he can go back to fighting while the healer is safe. Like it's just so good. So I mean, a good Magneto definitely just carries games. So, especially if you give him the sword too, it's just over. And then again, like the combos he can do, like if you give him Witch, he gets the sword. And if he can bubble Witch for her ult, that's a free huge ult, which I know it's not meta. It's not like that's a crazy combo, but if done right, that can wipe lobbies. It's really good. Definitely nothing that definitely wouldn't work like past Platinum 1, but still, you know what I'm saying. It's just the fact that it can work. It's pretty good. Of course, he can bubble to save from Iron Man ult. He can bubble to save from like Hella ult, Witch ult, all that sort of things. He's just so good. So,
Well,
but yeah, definitely. Strange is still better.
enough yapping.
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
Oh, plus his ult can just stop the game as well. I forgot. He's also got one of those ults that just stops the
Moon
game for a
Knight.
couple seconds.
I'm going to put Moon Knight between
Yeah. He's not
Magneto,
S tier.
but eh,
He's not S.
it's debatable. I mean, yeah, if you find him, you can really just wipe him off. I'm
No,
thinking high A.
I think he
I'm
kind of
thinking
just.
high A. High A.
He's not better than Iron Man. He gets dicked on by anyone who has a brain. He's like above Groot but below Atom. He's like in between there. He just like I've seen Kibbles get high value, right? And I've seen good Moon Knights. But against the team with a brain, he's just so easy to shut down. Like
I mean, all
any
you gotta do is
dive who
shoot the
decides to
Onks
dive him,
and find his resting
ruin
spot.
exactly. Anyone with a brain shoots the onks, they get destroyed. He loses some value. His ult getting above definitely is what saved him from the top of B tier. Because he definitely would have been in the tippity top of B tier. Like above Magic and as well. With before the ult buff, but the ult buff is what pushes him to A tier. But yeah, I would say it's just like if he has good positioning, of course, he's good. He does have an escape tool, being the glide and the grapple and the double jump, all that shit. But like again, as Spider-Man or as Panther or as Magic or as Hawkeye or just anybody, if you just look at him, Hawkeye just kills him. Hela just kills him. The invisibility he gets from Cloak and Dagger is really good, but like it's not though, cause like it's invisibility in a bubble, so you still know where he is. You just can't shoot him. So at least he can't be one shot, but like he could still just get dove like by Hawkeye, not by Hawkeye. I'm sorry, by Spider-Man, by Panther. So I mean, yeah, he's A tier, but like he just gets hard countered so easily. It's the same as Iron Man. Like with the reason why the S tiers are the S tiers is because there is no genuine hard counter to them. But well, besides Wolverine, but like
I
again,
mean, if you
Wolverine
look
is
at it,
like
this whole S tier chart is a full team, two of each.
yeah, yeah, but like again, that would never fly in ranked. I'd say it wouldn't work because
This right here, well,
Yeah.
probably not.
that
Well,
team.
it could, but it wouldn't work.
I would say probably because of the Hella Hawkeye, their damage output is too slow. It's high damage but at a slower rate. So I think you would need someone to like do more, like a Punisher. You need something to like even out the damage. Especially because again, Hawkeye is good. Actually, switch Hawkeye and Hela real quick.
I know she texted you.
because Hawkeye he has infinite ammo, but his rate of fire is slower. So it's like he literally has to focus on one person at a time, and he can one shot, but like that's not as frequent as I make it sound. It's not that frequent. It just can happen, and it's annoying when it does.
No, I know,
But it's not like he's out here
but
one shotting
I
every
just
single
want to
person
like, cause
ever.
I know
He
like,
may one
I
shot
just
you.
want
It's just that it's like a 40% chance,
I
which
know
is
you
still
probably know
high,
what
but
I'm gonna
like
say anyway. Like,
yeah. But Hella is just such
I
constant
ain't had
damage at
well,
such a
first
high
off, I
speed.
had
It's just
Pokemon
insane.
like
Then
last
she has her
year,
right click, which explodes, and she has her
September,
CC, which
October.
is fucking stupid. Then she has the eagle
So I
form,
mean,
which basically lets
I
her
really
fly away. Then she has the
and
hover.
it
Like it's
was
just
like
so much
they
utility.
had some shit
So,
called Canon, and it was
but
like
enough of the
that
yapping.
day that I was out there. It was like
Let me see.
Namor.
I was harassing
Okay,
people
Namor
and
is
shit like that.
A
And
tier.
I
A
was
I'd
like,
tier
say
bro,
he.
like,
between
so
between
why you
Adam.
keep saying that shit? And
I
I was
no,
on the
I think
phone with
Adam is better
Naya
than him,
like
and I think he's worse than
15
Moon
minutes
Knight.
ago, and Naya saying
Uh,
the same shit to
I
me.
only would use him as
And
like a counter pick.
yeah, so
So
Like,
all I did
between
was ask Brooklyn.
between.
I'm like, why you
yeah,
telling people I'm
I'd say
harassing them?
below Moon Knight,
And
but above Groot.
All right,
like,
now we got Penny.
I like
Below
she
Moon
be
Knight.
doing that shit.
Penny's a,
I
if
told her,
or
I
they're
told her,
really good Penny
and I
mains.
No, no,
wasn't
no.
even trying to be on
I
no
meant I
bullshit.
meant
I was
But
just
Namor
she's
would
like,
be
bro,
below
I'm
Moon
just stay
Knight.
away from you because
uh,
you causing
Yeah,
me no
all right.
headaches.
Penny.
for sure.
And I'm not gonna
I
talk
already
shit
feel like
about
Penny's
her.
a
Penny,
counter. I already feel like she's a
yeah,
counter.
Penny
Like
would
she
be.
telling
She's
people like
like
random shit. She's just
Below
talking
top
about
Groot,
of.
herself.
No, she's like top of C.
And
top of C.
Yeah,
yeah,
she's not.
Okay.
Well, wait. Why?
and
Why? Well, listen.
some
Let me
people
hear
just
me out. Like, I want to hear. Why would you put him in A
and then he's just
or her
lying
in
and
A?
he probably think I'm gay
Lower
because
A.
What is?
I'm Brooklyn. I don't
I
give a
want to hear
fuck.
your
Like
opinion
he's
on it.
just
Why would you
trying
put her in
to
A?
Whoa.
keep lying to me.
For
And
Because you
starters,
were
her
just gonna.
kit, her kit is
I
actually
think he
good.
did a bunch of
Her
unnecessary
kit
dumb
is
goddamn
kinda
It's
ass.
kind of,
Like,
but her
yeah.
kit does a lot of healing, self healing. Like, think
it.
about it. You got the
I
drone
mean, hear
out, you
me
got
out.
the webs
Her
out,
kit.
you have bombs everywhere.
It's just her. First of all, her kit is very situational, and secondly, if the enemy team just has a brain, her kit gets shut down so fast. Cause like it's like this. Here's how it works. First of all, you cannot use her on offense, in my opinion. You just have nowhere to place the mines like in a good spot, so you just lose. So literally half of the time on the game, she's useless. Because again, pushing the payload on offense, she's useless. Grabbing the point. If you don't get first point, then she's useless. Because like she has to play, or now you have to play offense while the other team plays defense. So if you win the first fight and you get to set up shop, then yeah, she's good. Especially on that Asgard map where she can place her trap behind the tree. That's pretty good. But if you lose first fight and you're on Penny, you guys are just cooked because like she has nowhere to put the mines. As soon as she tries to place
Bro,
them somewhere in the open, they'll get destroyed.
The
And the
day
health that she gains from being in her
that day
webs,
that shit
it's
happened, I was trying to
okay, but it's
leave.
like
I don't
Thor
know if you
shield. You know,
seen her,
Thor
but
gets
she
100
followed me
shield per
down the
ability
hallway.
use, but it gets
And
melted
she
so
was
fast it's not even relevant, so it doesn't matter. Um, but on
yeah, so
defense, she's pretty
it
strong.
might have been
I'd
last week.
say
Yeah, last week.
the
Last week
thing
I
is with
showed
her
you.
on defense, she's definitely up there. Like if we were only like if we had to like rank only how good characters were on defense, she'd definitely be up in A tier. But it's the fact that 50% of the time, like that you're playing the game,
Nobody
you'll
trying to
have to
run
be on
game
offense.
because
The
at
other
the end of the day,
50% you're on defense.
I
If
can't
50% of the time
I
she's
can't run
absolutely
game
dog
without
shit,
repeatedly getting lied
then
to
that
and not
drops her
moving
by a
forward.
lot, you
Like
know. So and then
that could
again,
be behind me
she
too, and
the Venom team up isn't really that useful
and
for
it's the
her as it
beginning
is for
of the season.
Spider Man, because Spider Man straight up goes from being able to
Not
maybe
gonna
one
lie,
shot to guaranteed being able to one shot,
yeah.
and
I ain't
Penny's
trying
is
to.
kind of like a
Ain't nobody trying to
back
run
the
game
fuck
on
up, I
nobody, man.
guess, but like it's not as crazy as
Bro,
it
why the
does for
fuck she
Spider
just
Man.
in me?
So it does give her the damage reduction, but I mean like she's a
You don't
tank, she's
got
already
yeah,
getting
I'm not
lit,
gonna
so
say
like the
that.
damage
You got
reduction won't do
me
shit for
for
her.
yeah.
And plus, it cancels out her other abilities, meaning she can't do
Yeah,
anything
but
else but
she
stand there and
followed
explode. So
like
she's just a
she
bullet
followed me
sponge
down
and
the
she
hallway
dies.
and
So
what I
saying
say,
all that
I
to
can't
say,
run game with nobody, man.
kit's really good for
It's just
defense,
what
not
it
really
is.
good for offense, and offense is
Like
50% of the game.
I
So
don't
and
know,
plus
man.
again,
It's really
if
like
once you get past like
can be lying to me too.
gold,
Like
I'd
that's why I
say
be staying away from
people
him.
even when you
But
put her traps in good positions,
like
people will start just
I
going to
really don't
destroy
got
her
no beef
traps.
with him. Like he has a good game too,
So
so I don't
yeah,
really
like
fuck with him.
literally, like teams would literally seal
He
team
be doing
six and
shit.
bomb rush to just destroy her trap. Like you'll have a Panther, or probably not a Panther, but like I'd say maybe an Iron Man or like a Spider Man. Someone just go out of their way to destroy the trap, get it out the way
She's the
early.
one texting me and
So,
shit.
but yeah,
I'm,
I'd say
and I'm,
top of
I'm
C.
responding,
She
so
has her
I'm
places, but
devastated
like
for
it's just
responding every
far and
time. But
few.
she's the one
Or we got
texting me,
bitches tier list sued.
and then my dumb ass
Yeah.
just be going
All
Who's
right,
that?
crazy.
Psylocke?
Psylocke S
And
S
S
tier.
S,
That's
but I'm
undoubtable S
putting
tier.
she's the one that be
above
telling me she don't
Hella.
want me to
I'd
trust
say
her
she's
because she don't trust me and shit.
up.
Like, let's be
Yeah,
real.
I'd say she's
But
above
she don't be
Hella.
telling
The
you that.
kit's already
I'd
good.
actually,
The ult's good.
I'd
Okay,
Like,
probably,
what the fuck?
I really
I
think they nerfed the ult. It tricks for bubbles now.
it did
It tricks for
it what?
shields.
Yeah, it does. It does. They did nerf it, but I mean
That's
that's fair.
but the
That's a
kid
fair
still
nerf.
cooks for it.
It's still really strong. Like if you do it on two backline healers, they just die. They can't do anything about that.
Man,
Um,
Punisher.
plus even plus like I just think she just gets so much more value than like Hawkeye and Hella. So
Yeah.
because her kid is just much more viable, you know. And it just works for everything. Punisher,
High
he's
A.
like
High
middle.
A.
He's average. He's middle of A.
Middle. So we'll put
Yeah,
him
I'd say
right
his
here
lack of mobility. His lack of mobility. He's probably.
above cloak.
I don't know. I just think Cloak and Dagger is really good with their immortality. I'd
That's
say he's below Adam.
behind
Yeah, he's right there. That's perfect.
Perfect.
He's like the absolute middle of the bunch.
Now
Rocket is like
high.
I'd say Rocket is
I would consider him an S tier, somewhat, but not too
dude.
high.
Nah,
Maybe like between Iron Man.
I'm tempted to put him in like bottom of B. And I'm
B?
saying that because again, bottom of B. And I'm saying that because again, Rocket is severely underrated. And what people need to understand is that Rocket in 3 healer comps is fucking broken. Like he's really good. And 3 healer comps are becoming really good and more visible because people are starting to do 3 DPS comps because there's so many DPSs. And when you have Luna and Mantis on your team, and they're already pretty hard to kill, right? But let's just say you do kill one, but you have an agile as fuck Rocket who's just everywhere. You can barely kill him, and he has a revive beacon up, so he freely revives one of the healers. It's insane. And then if you really want to wank it, right, and you swap out Luna and you put Adam, so you have Adam, Mantis, and Rocket as your 3 healers. That's just fucking broken. Because now you have Adam and Mantis who both basically get 2 free revives, and then Rocket who's just already hard as fuck to kill. So yeah, you basically have like the 3 hardest healers to kill in the game. Plus you have 3 healers, which it's insane. So I think if you use him properly in the right comp, he's really strong. So and even by default, I still think him having the revive beacon just makes him really good. So like even though he doesn't have a defensive ult, I still think again in the right comps and with the right player, he's really annoying. He's really strong. But
Okay.
actually, I put him above Captain America. I put him above Cap. Yeah, but he's probably still below Hulk.
Alright, Scarlet
Actually,
Witch. Nah, he's a
I
good
put,
spot. It's a good spot. It's a good spot.
yeah, okay, that's fair.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch,
B
she
tier.
is
B tier. High B.
nah, she's like uh, uh
She's not.
I'd
She's
say
not. She's
bottom.
not killable. She's killable.
She's
Definitely
bottom of
killable.
B. She's just still so bad, but she's better. I just don't think she's bad.
But she can be
Like,
killed though. Not easy. It's not hard to
yeah,
kill her. It's not hard to kill her.
buff is good, so like
But
she
if you
does
get
better
hit
at,
with the
like,
kit, you die. That's it. It's the kit
no,
that saves her. That bubble, you get stuck in that bubble, you can't move. She can literally just one shot you. Just
bro,
right
but
click
the
and
odds
just
of
hit you.
actually getting stuck, bro. If you get stuck in witch bubble, you're griefing. That shit is not hard to dodge. Like just don't get caught.
Yeah, don't get
And
caught.
you're in it for all of like 1 second, bro. If you just hold W key, you'll be out of it in like 2 seconds. And she cannot kill you fast enough to get any value off trapping you, so it means nothing.
We're not going to explain this one right here. I'm just going to put him right here.
Who is that?
Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man
We're
is
not
like,
explaining it. We're going to put him in one spot and leave him there.
why? I mean,
It's
as
a
a
lot to go
Spider-Man
through.
main, as a Spider-Man main, I can really explain where he goes and
We
why.
don't have that type of time.
We do. He's like,
It's 10:27. We don't have that type of time.
I'd say B tier and right above Panther, but below Magic.
Moving on.
So I'd say there because of his team ups. Like the only reason he gets more value than Panther, because Panther with the nerfs and with his damage being lower, he cannot guarantee a kill on a dive. But Spider-Man can with the team up, and even without the team up, if you play out of your mind, you can get that. But speaking of playing out of your mind, you always have to be playing out of your mind when playing Spider-Man. If you make one mistake, you like I, and that's what makes him so much weaker. And then we're moving that one shot animation cancel really dropped. I'd say he was probably up in magic when he still had it, but now that it's gone, she just her combo was more consistent. Like the Spider-Man one shot combo was easy. It was guaranteed to kill a 250. It was reliable, and you had a lot of things you got out of it. Like you can literally cancel that combo into escape. And really, OD players like you do so much shit that like they can one shot 358 targets. Like a good Spider-Man that animation cancel was nasty. I'd say that like top of B, bottom of A. But now that it's gone, he loses a lot of his power. And he's of course good Spider-Man like will still get kill powers. They won't notice anything. But the average Spider-Man, the 90% of Spider-Man mains who cannot do that shit, like they can't plank, they can't play on 300 FPS and just see the future and shit. They can't hit their web shots from Centerville. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that shit. Yeah, nah, he's just not good. And we're going off the majority here, so the majority of Spider-Man players lost value off losing that animation cancel. So he for sure is like B tier.
All right, Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl, her ult definitely getting a buff was good, but I'd say she's
B
still
tier.
like
B tier. Solid B.
I'd say I'd say C tier.
C tier above
Uh,
Penny,
I think she's worse than Penny and worse than Loki.
but not the shark.
No, I think she's worse. I think she's worse than Griff too.
The healer. The goddamn shark.
Yeah,
The shark that we
yeah.
hate.
I think she's simply worse because like her ammo, her shots like it's just there's just nothing crazy about her. Her damage is good, but she has to directly hit you, and I mean like
Or I mean,
her
you
shot.
you can do surround explosion, but like that's
Her
pretty.
tank trapping is pretty good. And, like her ult is a lot better. Her ult is really good.
But with the
Like,
Spider-Man team up,
no, it means nothing. It doesn't really do anything that crazy. I mean, you get like honestly, if the Spider-Man team up counted as a web tracer for Spider-Man, that would probably make both of them go up, but it doesn't. So,
well,
like, or if he got to activate his E again, that'd be so crazy. But
all right then. Star Lord,
yeah,
up him at B.
he's top of A. He's better than Iron Man.
That's it.
He's just so fucking good. Like, there's no counter to Star-Lord. You just outskill him, bro. Like, I think the only true counter might be Namor, but even with Namor, like, Star-Lord can front flip through every fucking ult in the game, which is stupid because the iframes. His E is basically just Reaper ult, but like for free every like couple seconds. Of course, he has essentially infinite flight if you time it right, so he can work as a dive. His range is really good. People think he's like Tracer and he cannot shoot you from like full
Oh
screen,
no,
but he
definitely
can.
definitely can.
He
We proving
can.
this right.
He can mag jump you from like 5 maps away and still kill you. So don't get it twisted, bro. But his ult is obviously a game changer. Like it literally just like wins games. If you hear that legendary, bro, someone's gonna die. Like it's confirmed. No, like it's guaranteed at least 2 kills, like from a good Star Lord. One of the best players I've ever played with, and the guy who coached me on Spider-Man, he's a Star Lord main, and even claims that Star Lord's the best character in the game. And I'm gonna take his word for it on that. So, and plus again, Iron Man is good, but again, Iron Man gets countered really easily, and
Special
plus
reload clip.
he only becomes really crazy when he gets the Hulk team up. Like without it, he's still like A tier, I guess. But like he gets countered by like so many characters that honestly, you know what? Move Iron Man to right below Punisher.
God.
Yeah, I just realized he does get countered by like half the roster. So even Luna can put him down if she
Even
hits her
Cloak,
shots.
even Dagger could.
I mean, nah,
No,
Cloak and Dagger really can't.
no, I have live footage of me just shitting on Iron Man from just far away with this auto
That's
tracking.
bad Iron Man. A good Iron Man with good positioning is really scary, but like Namor, not Panther, I'm sorry. Namor, Punisher, Winter Soldier with the hook, Mantis, of course, with her range, Luna Snow, Hawkeye, Hela, Psylocke,
Dude,
Spider-Man,
should we put
Witch,
Namor above Iron Man
Iron
then?
Fist, Black Widow, Namor, of course. I don't know if I said Namor already, but Namor.
But then,
I'd
if that were
say
the case, should we switch Namor above Iron Man?
no, because I still think Iron Man gets more value. Namor is kind of just there for counter picks, and like, I mean, He's good, but
But you
like
never
he's
asked
not
him on stories and shit.
anything
He's not gooder.
crazy. Yeah. Like
No,
it's like
saying.
how Spider-Man is a
No, I just
really
said
good counter to
it was
Iron Man,
going
but I
good,
wouldn't say
but
that makes Spider-Man better than
it
Iron
was
Man.
like
You know?
Well, the court has spoken.
I don't know.
Storm D
Storm, she got a nope,
trash
nope, 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 nope.
trash.
No, nope.
I have
Her
not
buff,
seen one
her
storm yet.
her buff, no, her
Yo, chat his mic cut out.
buff is really good. Her buff is really good. I'd say she's B tier. And she's right above Rocket, but I'd say she's below Hulk. She's in between the two. Her storm definitely, like it definitely brought
I'm
her
gonna
up.
need you to stream again and show me some gameplay for some storm, or we're going back. We're
I can
putting her
bring
back
her,
down there.
It was a
but she
video.
can
It was
four
a video
shot a squishy now, and then that's without her all her boosters. Like that's without the Thor team up, or yeah, that's without the Thor team up. That's without the That's if she's in wind mode. If she enters lightning mode and then activates her buff ability, I think she can even three shot. Like it's insane. And she's doing that. She's three shotting people while buffing her entire team's damage. So if you put her with like a Widow or something, Widow can now one shot headshot, which is crazy. How simply a storm being there makes her one shot headshot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's insane. So not only is everyone getting stronger, but she's three shotting people. So yeah, nah. And again, this is without the Thor team up. So I'd say yeah, definitely B tier.
Right, Thor
Don't say nothing because I don't like.
Uh,
S. I'm thinking low S.
no, what?
Low S.
No,
A good Thor can really kill a team.
Yeah, but that's when like.
A
no, he
good
can't.
good a good Thor is really really
He,
catastrophe.
Thor is like aggressively okay.
But I like what's it like so like a diamond Thor.
I'd say he's like no. I mean his ult is better now, but like it's still nothing crazy. Uh,
I'm thinking low S.
he's just so weak. I mean, he has no way to defend himself. Like he gets 100 shield, yeah, but like he has to use an ability to get that, and the ability's going on cooldown. So essentially, whenever he runs at you at max, he has 700 HP. And if the team just looks at him all together now, he just dies. Like Strange can put up a shield, Magneto can put up a shield, Venom can swing, I'm sorry, Captain America can put up a shield, Penny at least can like put her mind somewhere and play around her mind and her webbing and stuff. But Thor is just like he gets 600 HP, 700 after he uses an ability, and then if everybody looks at him, he just gets melted. At most, he can get another 100, but if he's already in the process of just getting melted, then he's just dead. So I say I'd say like right below Magic. Yeah, I can't really put him above Magic. I mean, like, cause
And
the
I
the
just didn't text her
the
The skill difference.
he's not really a good tank. I mean, like the whole point is taking damage, and he kind of just like he's like a heal dumpster. Like you just have to keep pouring heals into him to make him viable. You know, like Strange can live without much healing, like because he can block, his shield regenerates. Cap, of course, can live without much healing. He's so fast he can find heals on the map, and then he can use his shield, which regenerates health. Of course, Magneto does need more healing, but he has a shield with infinite health and a bubble as well with infinite health that's indestructible. Really, really good. And if he's really getting pressured, he can pop ult if he has it. And popping ult absorbs all forms of attacking and damage for a couple seconds. So he has ways to defend his health bar, you know? Who else? And of course, Penny gets the regeneration, which isn't even that bad. It's not the craziest, but it's just better than what Thor can do. Now, of course, Thor's kit is better because it's good for pressure, while hers is kind of just 50-50. It's good on defense, but not on offense. But you get my point. Every tank has a way to defend their own lives, but he doesn't. The most he gets is 100 extra HP, and then literally one of his abilities is a lose con. Like if you go into the Thor Force state and you start shooting lightning, you kind of just lose. Like it's not that good. So
Well, we're done with that. Venom S S. He's
anyway.
he's top of
he's
A, and I
top
put him
So you
above
gotta
Star
block
Lord.
him on some
above.
shit.
Okay, reasonable.
Well, he might be S now.
Above.
So
I'm above
yeah,
Hawkeye. Really, really.
I
She
I
kept saying you
I
were
put
in
him
my
below
city.
Hawkeye
I said,
because
well,
I'd
let me
say having a
tell you why you
brain
ain't
just
like
shuts
him. I
him
said, why
down.
would that mean
Like
anything?
if the enemies just
He said,
time their
I bet.
CCs,
And then
he
she
just
blocked me.
loses. Like
Okay,
if
cool.
he gets frozen and then he
I
gets
think
slept,
that's
he's such a
really
big
that.
target too that hitting the freeze isn't
Like, yeah,
hard.
I went
If
to
he
the
gets hit
south
with the
and
freeze, like let's just say you beam him, right? he goes from 800 health to like 400. If you freeze him at 400, then of course if he breaks out, he can still use his E. But if you freeze him at 400 and then the Mantis times it and immediately sleeps him before he can move and pop the E, he just dies because he goes from freeze to sleep to dead. If Penny webs him, it can stop his ult, it can stop his E, all that sort of stuff. If he gets suctioned by Hela, he gets fucked up. If he gets whacked with the sword from Hawkeye, he gets fucked up. So I mean, there's ways to stop him, but I think the extra health he gets and just the overall survivability he has in the back line, a really skilled Venom is a problem. So if he dies properly, and if he has one more person die with him, and he be the distraction, he can he can set up and cause a lot of kills, and he can disrupt the team really well. He is definitely, I'd say, the best character at making space, at making people move. So, or at least getting attention, because when Venom dives, everybody either looks at him to kill him, or the healers try to handle him, and either they do or they don't, and they die. So it's just like you have to play a certain way when Venom's on the field, and I think that's what makes him best here, in my opinion. So, yeah.
Moving on,
I
we
asked her
got
phone and said, I'm like, yo,
Bucky.
and she like, what you doing?
Bucky is he's below Moon Knight. Like he's like right there. He's good, and a good Bucky is really good. But like, I mean, his ult. Well, no, his ult's good, but like, it's just he's just good. He's good. He's good. Like, I wouldn't say he's busted. I wouldn't say he's crazy. Those clips you see on TikTok and Twitter of people getting like 15 ults, that's not happening anywhere past like Bronze 3. Because people are not gonna just single file and just fucking bend over and let you do that ult for them. No, that's not happening in ranked. Uh, People are getting smarter with their positioning, so they're not getting hooked anymore. They'll see a Winter Soldier and they'll position better to dodge the hook. Like they'll watch for the charge up and they'll dodge it. Um, what's it called? He's still really strong, but like it's just like he's good, and definitely I'd say a good Bucky. Like if like a really good Bucky can carry a game. But like it's just if we're going off the average, I'd say the average Bucky is around B tier. Like the average Moon Knight is still just so strong. The average Iron Man, if he's not just being hard fucking countered, is carrying. Punisher is just so fucking easy. He's carrying Adam Warlock with the team res. You see what I'm saying here? Everyone else above him just takes so much less skill to be really good. But with Winter Soldier, you have to like time your abilities with your reloads. You have to land your hooks. You don't have to land your other abilities, but you just have to time things. You have to have good positioning because he's 250 HP, meaning he can die. Again, you have to have good aim. Again, ult usage has to be good because again, if you're playing quick play, then sure, pop off. Go ahead and get your Twitter clip of 15 kills with your ult. But once you get to later games, you have to worry about when you pop ult, Magneto bubbling the person you're trying to hit. You have to worry about people just running away from you, CCing you, all this stuff. So Yap session over. That's where he stands in my opinion.
Well,
Next,
Wolverine.
I said, all right, cool.
Wolverine
A
is
tier.
Nah.
yeah, he's A, but I'm trying to think where.
I think
He's
a below Bucky, but
he is
between
the greatest. No, he is the greatest tank
Glazing.
counter in
All
the
right, so
game.
maybe above Punisher.
Yeah, I'd say he's right there.
Perfect.
No, he's right
All
below.
I know is
He's right below Punisher.
What a shotgun. The
Yeah,
shotgun. This just taps.
yeah. It's just that Punisher is just so easy to get value out of, bro. He just pours out so much damage, and his ult is just a free damn near squad wipe. So Wolverine has to work a lot harder to get his value. That's why he's below. But there's no counter pick to Wolverine. Like there is genuinely none. Like your tanks are at the mercy of a good Wolverine player. Like simply they are. Like the only way to counter Wolverine is to see him coming. If you do not see him coming, you get kidnapped and you get fucked. Like raw. Like there's nothing you can do. Like the only tank that can truly try to survive against him is Venom, and even Venom still gets butt fucked. Like especially if he has ult ready, you just die. Like you can't do anything. You have to take your hands off the keyboard and just submit because you can't do anything. So, because he'll dive you, and while you're tackled, you can't move. When he lands on the tackle, he starts cutting you alive, and you can't move. And as you stand up, by the time you're finally able to click a button, he pops his ult, which throws you up into the air. You still can't move. And then he's going to dive bomb back into you, kill you, and that dive bomb is going to place him right in the back line. And he's going to kill your healers. He's going to get so much value off of one dive, and it's insane. And then you're going to respawn, and then he's going to get chucked by Hulk, because everyone's playing Hulk now. Going to get chucked by Hulk into the back line. He's going to kidnap you, and once he gets on you, he's going to dive you, take you to his back line, and then just fuck you again. Like, it's just... Your pants are never going to stay on. Like, you're getting tortured the entire game.
I don't know where this conversation is going.
Yeah, he goes there.
All right, Mr. Fifth S.
No!
He's a fucking tank, but he's a duelist.
He's trash.
We got me like... This nigga is supposed to... He should have been a tank.
He's right above Captain America.
He's out here fucking reflecting ults.
No.
I've seen him reflect the Iron Man ult.
Bro, Iron Mans are not that stupid to get their ult reflected like that. But hear me out, okay? The thing with Mr. Fantastic is that he's a jack of all trades, you know, a jack of all trades, master of none. He's like Thor. Thor has decent damage and decent tanking ability, but when you get to higher ranks, they're both worthless. He gets melted and he gets out damaged. That's the same thing as Mr. Fantastic. He gets melted and he gets out damaged. Now, is he good for making space? Sure, but his ult is dog shit. His damage is barely noticeable. His defensive ability is kind of shit. And even with the team up, I mean, he's still not all that tanky. I mean, like, if you play him like a tank, you get melted and die. If you play him like a DPS, you get out damaged and die. If you try to play him as a little bit of both, I mean, you can function, but there's just so many better characters to pick at that point. Like, how about you just fully go DPS and do damage? Or how about you just fully go tank and you tank? There's only one team comp I really think he works in, and it's if you have two tanks, and then he is the DPS. Like, if you go 2-2-2, you have two tanks, and then he's your DPS. That's when he works. But at that point, if you're doing a 2-2-2, why not just choose another DPS at that point? You see what I'm saying here? But, I mean, again, like I said, if you choose, like, if you go 2-2-2, right? And then you go Magneto and Doctor Strange, right? And then you use him, but then you use someone who does really good damage to make up for the damage he can't do. Like, if you use Punisher or, like, Punisher or Hela, then he becomes really good. Because not only is it you're struggling to kill two tanks, you're struggling to kill him, and he's good at securing, like, finishing kills, making space, holding points, that sort of stuff. So he's not crazy. He's just very situational. So yeah, I'd say B tier is fair. That's like the middle of the bunch. He's not crazy, but he's not ass. But his ult is ass. His ult is terrible. Like, if it had knockback, it'd be better. But it is actually dog shit, bro. So.
Right. Susan? Do I need to say much?
He's S tier. He's actually S tier.
Right.
And I genuinely think, I think she's the best healer in the game. Like, actually. Like, I think she's better than Luna. Well, I think she's like right below Luna.
I think right here.
No, I don't. I think she's better than Luna because she genuinely, like, it's almost like a good invisible woman. It's impossible to dive her. It is impossible because she because Luna hitting the freeze, even the best Lunas will still miss their freeze because it's a small projectile. There is no fucking way that you can possibly miss the push. It is so huge that literally if you're just staring in the general direction of where the person is and you pop it, they get pushed away, and if you double jump right after that, you're gone. They cannot find you. Like, it's over. You've escaped. It's over. And you heal while invisible, so you simply just have to reposition and you win. Unless the person you're fighting is fucking ninja with the best headphones in the world and they hear your footsteps, even still, you're basically gone. It's not worth to even chase you anymore. They might as well go for the other healer. Your ultimate, you have I think you have the best support ult in the game. It's huge. You're immortal inside of it, and you're invincible from the outside. Meaning you have to, like, if you want an Iron Man ult, right? Because again, Luna can be Iron Man ulted and die. Mantis can be Iron Man ulted and die. If you want to do the whole one shot out of the ult thing, you have to enter her domain to do that, to see her. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, even worse is she can be invisible while inside of her own domain. So even if you want to one-shot her to stop her ult, she can be invisible while inside the ult. So if you want to be on the outside and ult, you can't see anybody, so you're just throwing it in blind, And then if you go inside, not only is the entire team now looking at you in that enclosed space, they're all immortal. They're all expecting the ult because that's the only way you can do anything to them. And on top of that, Invisible Woman can, go invisible and either leave her ult or she could just fucking just sit there in a corner and you have no idea where inside of the ult she is, you know? So it's just like, because again, once she pops ult, she can just leave. Like, she does not need to stay in her ult because she could just go invisible and just sit on the side and just like pop a blunt, bro. Because she does not need to heal the team anymore. She doesn't need to be there anymore because the ult is doing the healing for her.
Yeah, shit.
So
Anyway,
again, like with
we
Luna,
still
again,
got
Luna
hours.
gets one
I'm
shot of her
finna
ult,
drop this fucking
right?
game. Talk about
Invisible
some
Woman,
drop
she
shit,
doesn't need to
shorty.
be in the ult. That's the difference. So, and again, her dive counter ability is just so good. Her damage is good. Her healing is strong. And that she has one of the. Well, I wouldn't say her team up is that crazy, but it makes Mr. Fantastic even more annoying. So, say all that to say, I think she's the best strategist
Look,
in the game.
and we kind of
Easily,
said the same
easily,
shit.
Well,
easily,
well,
I said,
chat.
easily.
The tier
okay,
list is complete.
I was like, you would have never got to know me that shit.
Predictions.
I
Where
was
do we
like, and
think
then she called me
Thing
bro.
and
I was like, wasn't you just
and
saying
Human
you was
Torch are gonna
All
go?
better?
right, human thing.
Now,
I'm
Ain't nobody
thinking
make you any better.
probably
um,
S. He's probably gonna be the best
let's
tank
start
in the
with
game.
the Human
And I
Torch,
was like,
right? I'm thinking Human Torch will probably be a
Is he
B
supposed to be
tier.
support?
No, he's a
Oh,
duelist.
they changed it.
then I texted,
I'm
then
predicting
I was like,
that he's gonna
how I was trying
be
to say,
S
probably
or
B
A.
tier.
for 4 months. She
No,
was like, you
I
got
think
out.
from now, from how it
She was
sounds, he
like,
might just be B tier. Plus, he has
she
a
said
team
you
up with
right.
Storm, and Storm
She
is
said
just
you
so
right.
bad, or
And I
not
don't know.
bad, but like she's just not
And I was like, to be honest,
viable
you ain't
enough
my entertainer,
to
but she said the
put
same thing.
her
So I
and
don't really
to
know what
have
to say
two
anyway.
flyers on a team is
Think about who
absolutely
knows.
like
His ultimate might be a supernova,
And I was
just
like,
like
I ain't
Scarlet.
got no
it.
business
It
talking to
just
you.
It
might
I'm
be.
is.
about to
It
be at
is.
the bar right now.
I'm gonna have to see it. I'm
So
gonna have to see it. Like, but even still, the ult doesn't save you because again, you're a flying character who's
you got that
250
pussy
HP,
ass bastard.
so you're
I said,
automatically hit scan
I'm
food.
gonna do whatever I
Meaning,
want.
let's go off the
And
list, right?
then
That
she should
means
have like her
Luna Snow, Mantis. I
I'm
think
like,
Mantis
she
isn't
said,
really hit
nigga,
scan, but she
have
shoots
you
really
been
fast.
fucked up?
Luna
And I
Snow,
said, you don't want to
Mantis,
keep
Psylocke,
she said,
Hella,
then she
Hawkeye,
replied after that. I said, I'm gonna
Star
delete my
Lord,
DM.
Cloak and
And I
Dagger.
saw
If
her, she
you
said,
go,
y'all two
Cloak,
pussy
of
ass
course, not that
flirting
crazy,
together.
but still.
I said,
Um,
you got it, shawty. She
I'd
said,
say
alright.
Adam Warlock is also hit scan. He can pepper you out the
I was
sky.
like, and she was
Punisher.
like, I was like, so
I say Iron Man.
all this
Iron Man
flirting, and
really
she said, no,
counters
you don't
flyers
understand.
well too. He just gets in their face and
So
just unibeams, and they kind of
that's
just
not really
melt.
about. She said,
Uh,
I felt bad.
I'd
I
say
said,
I
you talking
can
like you
guess
special. She
Moon
said,
Knight,
I ain't
but
gonna
nah, I
lie.
won't say Moon Knight. No, that's not fair. Winter Soldier can hook you out of the air if he lands his E, like the red ball, you fall at the air.
Yeah, I know. That's cool.
Namor with the spears and the turrets,
Then
like if
she
he hits you with the right click, you just get
something. I
melted,
was like,
pelted
don't
by
speak
turrets.
on it, cause
Um,
I just don't want to speak.
I'd say Mr. Fantastic can literally just grab you and pull you out the air. It's not that crazy, but like he can
She
touch
got
you while you're in
literally
the
the
air.
boldest baddies
Spider-Man
bitch you
hard
ever
counters
talked
all
to.
flyers. It's not a debate.
I
He just
said
like
baddest in
he's the best
quotations. I
fly
said,
counter
don't
in the
get me fucked
game.
on.
So
She
Human
said
Torch is
you been
automatically a
kicking with that
victim.
E. I said
Uh,
you was in my phone for
Storm, I'd say could probably counter him
She
too.
said
He
like
is a
I said
flyer
for
character.
uneven energy. I
Um,
said okay, that's cool. She
who
said
else?
fix it.
Of
She
course,
said
Scarlet Witch
that's
counters
cool.
flyers. She
She
just
said
gets in their
I
face,
said
and I
you
mean,
not
like
talking
she just
about
holds
shit.
left
She said
click
you
and
not
then
talking about
phases,
shit.
holds more left click. They can't really do anything. They can
She
escape
gonna
her.
send me a picture of her
Uh,
fucking
but you
pussy.
get my point here. Like even Iron Fist can counter them. Of course, even Black Widow, the worst character in the game, can
That
counter
shit
them.
was so
So that's
hard.
damn near over half the roster counters flyers because they just unless they play around cover, even still they just get peppered. Like you know
That
what I'm
shit
saying?
was
Peppered.
So
I like
yeah, they just get cooked. So like, and he's 250, meaning he gets cooked fast. No pun intended.
she
So
done.
like, again, unless his kit is just fucking godly, his team up is already cooked because it's with Storm, and Storm is not that good. Meaning you have to
Bro,
have
she just
two
texted me.
flyers on your
I
team in order to
promise
get
you.
that team up, and two flyers
I
is just
just picked
food
up
for
the
like half the
only one
roster.
before that.
That is like a
She just
counter pick
randomly
waiting to
texted me.
happen. Uh,
Randomly out of nowhere.
I don't. I
That's
mean, I don't know. I think he gets. I think he gets. What's her name's team up? Like I think. The team up with Invisible Woman happens to the entire team, meaning that he can get the bonus health. But even still, I think even if he was 300 HP, he's not that crazy. Like I think at best, he'd probably be above Hulk, maybe. But for now, I'm putting him below Hulk, above Storm, B tier. He just doesn't look too promising. I'm still gonna play him because he looks fun, and I love Human Torch. But I'd say go ahead and put him in B tier. And then the Thing, I don't think he's gonna have a bubble. Like he's not gonna have a shield of any kind, meaning all the damage he takes is to the body. So if he's like another 600, 700 HP character, if he doesn't have like a big amount of HP like Groot, how Groot has like 800, then he's just gonna get melted. and he's gonna have a team up, so the team up may help. But he's gonna have the fastball special. Yeah, he has fastball. No, that's dog shit. Yeah, he has fastball special with Wolverine already confirmed. So he doesn't look that promising. I mean, I think he'd probably be around like maybe middle of B or like top of B. Like I'd say below Magic, above Mr. Fantastic, but that's just me being like guessing. Like, but if in all honesty, he probably might end up being like really bad. But I just can't see what they're gonna do here because he has to be a melee character unless he's maybe like rolling rocks or something like that. So he's gonna be melee. He's not gonna have a shield, to my knowledge. Like he might not. I'm just gonna have to see. The thing is more up in the air. Human Torch is guaranteed gonna be B tier. I don't really see how he could be
Going
anything
to leave
higher.
him in the unreleased until further notice.
I
We'll
mean,
have to see to
okay,
believe
that's
it.
my prediction.
Well,
Yeah, we'll have to see.
guys, the tier list is complete.
Yeah,
That was a long and dreadful experience.
it was alright.
Now, if I made this, I'll put Psylocke at S tier, top rank.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.